Well, we have one more eclipse in Leo, and hopefully it doesn't put us into center stage and have us drama kings or queens, and maybe we can stay under the radar. And my second announcement is about my other channel, the Brothers of the Sword Productions. The Oak Island Prophecy Part 5 is out now, and it's titled My Treasure Location, and I actually outline a location on Oak Island where I believe a treasure exists. If you're interested, the link is down below in the description box. Now, we've been through a lot of things recently that sparked off what ended June when Mars went retrograde. Now, we've been through two eclipses that were very difficult for everyone, emotionally, I believe. And now we have Mercury retrograde, and we're trying to keep misunderstandings to a low roar. We're trying to regain our energy now with Mars still retrograde. And I have to say here, you have the most fortunate cards of all of the signs. I kind of have a feeling that Pisces hasn't felt that fortunate. But now you're going to be realizing this. All these changes that have been going on with the eclipses. Now the rune that I picked for you out of the deck was Dagaz. Actually, there was a god named Dagaz that was considered a good god. But Dagaz means day, and also awakening and to see things with clarity in the light of day. So now you're going to be gaining some understanding. They say that this rune can make the invisible visible again, and have the sun bring in the essence of wisdom to you and putting a spotlight on things where you draw your attention. It's kind of funny, the Norse kind of thought of a day as lifetime because they called it life day. I don't know if every day felt like a lifetime to them. Probably they appreciated living every day. But this is about transformations of daily rhythms and things that you do on a daily basis. The Minchiati card I picked for you, which is a deck I put together with virtues, senses, the zodiac signs. You received your own sign, and I think this is the second or third time you have, and that's not often that this happens. But it is pointing out this reading is about you, about Pisces, cups, emotions, and really, your intuition and going into your imagination, creativity, your spiritual self. Well, the luck starts right off the bat because you've got the Nine of Cups card for the overall energy, and this is the wish card. Yeah, I don't think you felt very lucky lately, but luck is going to be coming along. Sometimes the delayed things are the best. You waited for something patiently. I think what you've wanted is emotional richness, and this is saying, yes, you can obtain it. It's really up to you. This is about the pleasures of life, the pleasures of receiving your desires, fulfillment, happiness, joy, just simple joy. I like to say when I see this card, curiosity killed the cat, and satisfaction brought him back, because this card is about satisfaction. That is, if you're not overdoing things like drinking too much, drugs, sexual desires, keeping things kind of on a level plane. Now there's going to be some changes, and this really has you has you needing to accept change, because you've got the Ace of Pentacles and the Tower card. Here a pentacle is being offered, and it's a promise for more. Maybe financial success, promotion in your career. But you have the Tower there with it, and it's saying, yeah, there's going to be some changes. If you've been looking up the rungs of the ladder, maybe you'll be walking up it. Just something sudden that happens. And then again, maybe there's just going to be some kind of crash and burn, and you're just going to clean the table off and start over again. The Tower isn't something to fear. It's a neutral card. It's really up to you how the Tower falls. A lot of times it's just a cleansing. It's a changing of circumstances, and normally by that time it's stagnated enough that you want changes. So here you have the Tower saying change, and then you have a promise for a new beginning. The Ace of Pentacles can also signify protection and well-being, regaining your health again, feeling good about things again. And the cards in the middle for what is or can be yours says that you are getting to the end of a cycle, because you received the World card and the Six of Swords. I like the Six of Swords. You know, the Swords cards are a harsh crowd, a rough crowd. But the Six of Swords is saying, nah, I'm out of here, man. You know, I'm moving on. You know, there's just this turbulent water that you want to go find some calmness and some peace and harmony in your life. That's what this card is saying. This card can signify travel, helping you through transitional times, which appears that you'll be going through right now, or have been, or will be, with the Tower and the Ace of Pentacles. But it's really time to move on from some things. Get rid of some things that just aren't serving you anymore. The World card is signifying that. You're done with the cycle. You've ended something. You've graduated. You've learned the lesson that the major arcana cards have taught you. You know, if you would have been thrown back in these major arcana cards if you hadn't come up to some type of realization. And this has to do with actually the Dagaz Rune, seeing things with the light of day. There was a big light that shone on something that all of a sudden you probably had that moment. But now it's yeah, now it's time to change. And the cards next door for your self-awareness, or just your awareness, you have the Eight of Cups and the Five of Cups. Here it's some more cup action, some more emotions, but the Five of Cups was saying things just didn't work out the way they wanted them to. There's a lot of D words for this: despair, depression, deprivation. A lot of times this card signifies that you've been kind of living in the past, or really, accentuating the past, that it's overcome the present. But the Eight of Cups is saying, yeah, there was some things out of balance. Even the cups in that card, the way they're stacked is saying there's out of balance. And it's time to move on, just like the Six of Swords is saying. Move on. Walk away. Don't look back. Just walk. But you're not leaving something more than you're liberating and freeing yourself from something that's been holding you back. Pisces can be overtly emotional at times. And now it's time to keep the level playing field and keep everything quiescent, like a quiet lake in the morning with the loon flying over it. Now you've got some incredible luck in the future cards. You've got the Page of Wands. You've got the Wheel of Fortune twice, and the very last card is the Wheel. You have the Five of Swords. A little bit of problem. Trouble over the kingdom. Then you have the Two of Wands. Now the Page of Wands is more of a warning. He's a fire starter. He's fire energy, but he's immature, and he can get burnt. He's very impetuous. It's ask permission later, than actually asking permission before. Slow down a little bit. You're in some changes right now. There's always confusion when there's changes. But right now it's saying that you're in the daily cycle of luck with the Wheel of Fortune. The goddess Weird in Norse is where actually our word weird came from. And they say she changed the position on the wheel as it rotated. So it really was chance. But you know what? We make our own luck. We have to position ourselves where we know there's going to be some luck and opportunity for us. But we have the Five of Swords there, and it's saying, yeah, this is the conflict card. The one that says, yeah, the conflict isn't even worth it. Just throw the swords down and walk away. There's a lot of walk away cards in this reading. Time to let some things go. Cut your losses and move on. Because the Two of Wands is there saying, it's time to make some plans. You're now cutting the strings, the idiot strings from what's been holding you. And now you have the Wheel of Fortune saying it's a cycle for an upswing for you. It's time for you to take advantage of it. And plus you have the Nine of Cups, the wish card. You've wished a lot of things recently. Now make them come true. And I wish you acceptance, peace, and happiness.